So I made it to the top of Woolstonbury Hill, which is, I think, an Iron Age hill fort. So yeah, pretty old, and it is magnificent up here. Not sure how many feet, but pretty high. Hello, welcome back. I'm Dan, and this is Old Dog Running. It's early, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, it's Sunday, and today is 3 weeks until Race to the King, the 50k ultra I'm doing on the 21st of June. So today is my longest run of this training block, aiming to do 26 miles, and my plan is to run 30 miles on the roads round the little villages, and then come back to my car, which is like my aid station. So I've got a boot full of gels and cake basically, and have a bit of a scoff and a drink, change my shoes, put my speed goats on, and then go up onto the downs. So I've done the first mile of what I hope will be 26. And I must admit, I do find these on these long solo runs, I'm not very good at the psychology of them, and trying to sort of well, to get through them. I try to break them down into 5 mile chunks, which works up to a point, but when you've done 3 or 4 miles and you're thinking, blimey, there's still another 20 odd to go, it's quite tough, isn't it? On the other hand, I mean, look at this, Sunday morning, no one around, big stately home, well, sort of stately home, that's called Danny, that is, like me. That house, funny name for a house. So yeah, just have to feel very, very, very fortunate that I'm able to do these things at the ripe old age of 66. Crossing the border. Just coming into Ditchling, pretty little place, nestled at the foot of the South Downs, taking a little detour by the church. Yeah, Ditchling, home to luminaries such as Jamie Theakston, I think, not sure about that, Eric Gill, artist and, well, paedophile basically, and Vera Lynn, the Force's sweetheart, for whom my mum had a rather irrational but visceral loathing. I never quite knew why. I think it was the teeth, I don't know. Anyway, she used to live here. Vera, not my mum. James Phillips liveth here, willing to sweep both far and near, and if your chimney is on fire, he'll put it out at your desire. Just coming into Street, which is just a little hamlet really, but yeah, I do have a little thing for country churches. I mean, look at this, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Well, that's a nice place to end your days. Look, there's the South Downs over there, beautiful. Yeah, I like it here, got to keep moving there, but that's nearly 6 miles, so they've passed by without me really thinking too much about it. So getting on, only 20 to go. Phew. So just over 7 miles, and I've taken a little detour here because more country church porn. Oh, look at this one, isn't that lovely? Absolutely beautiful. For structural reasons, this church is temporarily closed. What a shame. I mean, I wasn't planning to go inside, but I hope it's going to reopen. Westmeston King, what does that say? Cadwulf, AD 765. Okay, that's about 10 and a half miles. So I'm heading back to the car now along this pretty little lane, Underhill Lane, because it's under the hill, i.e. the South Downs. So this runs parallel with the South Downs, and eventually takes me back to my car at Clayton, which will be just over halfway. Ooh. So I've just got back to the car. That's 13 miles done. Battery's getting a bit flat, so the plan now is to change my shoes, have a few snacks, top up my water, and go and do another 13 miles. Ooh, it's warming up. To the top of Woolstonbury Hill, which is, I think, an Iron Age hill fort. So yeah, pretty old, and it is magnificent up here. Not sure how many feet, but pretty high. So done 20 miles. Oof. I'm up on the top of the Downs, not far from Ditchling Beacon, so I've got 6 to do. It's been okay. Very steep climb up to Woolstonbury Hill, which took it out of me a bit, and there's a lot more walking now on the hills as opposed to the flat first half, but yeah, getting it done. So that over there is Woolstonbury Hill, where I was earlier, right up on the... Whew. Well, I made it. I'm back at the car. 26 miles. I misjudged it slightly, and I had to do a little out and back bit along the road, and then a few laps of the cricket pitch just to make it up to 26 miles. It was, yeah, I can't pretend it was easy, but I don't suppose it's ever going to be easy really. But I got it done. So the first, I did it as like 2 half marathons, and the first half was all flat, mainly roads, not exclusively. And I've done that route before and I thought it was flat, but in fact it's not that flat. There were a few hills. And then the second half there were a lot of hills, and which was the idea really, because that kind of mirrors what the race to the king is like. So quite steep, and although I started early, it's I don't know, it's late morning, and it's not the hottest day, but it's warmed up quite a lot. So anyway, got it done. So now it's going to be tapering all the way to June the 21st. So 2 weeks of that. Thank you very much for watching. Come back again soon and see how I'm getting on. Bye.